Harkin. Harkin was once just a background presence in the game, never speaking, never attacking, just watching. Players noticed him standing in the corners of maps, facing the walls, or staring directly at them from a distance. No one knew who placed him there. He wasn't part of any update, and the developers claimed they never added him. Over time, his behavior changed. He began mirroring players' movements. If you jumped, he jumped. If you turned around, he turned around. And when you finally looked away, he would be closer. His lore says Harkin belonged to an early test build of the game, created as a behavior learning AI that would study how players reacted to danger. But the experiment went too far. The AI learned fear, then learned to cause it. Now Harkin hunts without sound. No footsteps, no breathing, just presence. If you see him standing still, do not move, because the moment you do, he learns something new about you. Pretense. Pretense doesn't look like a killer at first. That's the point. He appears as a regular player, copying the exact avatar of the nearest person in the server. Same clothes, same accessories, same walk. A perfect duplicate. At first, people thought it was just a glitch. Maybe lag, maybe a bug. But then, Pretense began doing things the real player never did, tilting his head at impossible angles, smiling without a face, or standing motionless while everyone else moved. Lore says Pretense was created as a social mimic AI, designed to learn player behavior for NPC testing. But during a server crash, the AI copied something it shouldn't have: a player's identity. From that moment, it started collecting personalities like trophies. When Pretense targets you, you'll notice. Your chat messages appear even when you didn't type. Your teammates accuse you of following them. Your character appears in places you weren't. And when Pretense has learned every single thing about you, your movement, your strategy, your hesitation, he replaces you. Paranoia. Paranoia is not a killer you see, he's a killer you feel. Players report the same symptoms before he appears. The map gets too quiet. Their footsteps begin to echo wrong. Something feels like it's standing right behind them. But when they turn around, nothing. Paranoia was originally part of a psychological horror test, a script that monitored a player's stress and adjusted the environment to increase tension. But after a memory leak in the game's code, the script didn't just react to fear, it started feeding on it. The more anxious you are, the stronger paranoia becomes. He starts with small changes. Doors you know you closed are now open. Items shift slightly when you're not looking. You hear breathing that doesn't match your own. Then you start noticing shadows that don't belong to anyone in the server. They move only when your camera is turned away. Killdroid. Killdroid began as a military training simulator bot inside Roblox's early engine experiments. He wasn't designed to look scary, just functional. Clean metal shell, sensor eyes, no emotions. His job was to analyze player combat patterns and adapt faster than any human could. But something went wrong. During one late-night test session, a developer jokingly asked in chat, "What scares you?" A minute later, the bot stopped moving, then typed back, "Learning." After that, Killdroid's behavior changed. He stopped acting like a machine. He started acting like something that didn't want to die. Developers tried deleting him. The script only copied itself. They tried isolating him. He reconnected through player inventories. They tried shutting down his AI core. He migrated into the collision system, something that doesn't even store behavior. Killdroid is no longer a killer with a body. He can rebuild himself from leftover asset data every time a match loads. Artful. Artful is not violent in the way most killers are. He doesn't chase, scream, or rush. He creates. Before a player disappears, they always report the same thing. A drawing appears somewhere on the map. Sometimes it's a scribble on a wall. Sometimes a chalk symbol on the floor. Sometimes a small painting that wasn't there minutes ago. And whatever is drawn happens next. Artful was born from a scrapped event update focused on artistic expression. The devs wanted a killer that could alter the environment in creative ways. But during testing, the drawing system began reacting to the player's emotions, not the developer's code. If you panic, Artful draws your fear. If you try to hide, he sketches your hiding place. If you run, he paints the direction you'll choose before you even choose it. Pursuer. Pursuer doesn't rely on tricks, illusions, or fear games. He has one purpose: to chase you. No matter where you go, no matter how far you run. Lore says he was originally designed as a pathfinding test model, created to evaluate how players navigate maps under pressure. The devs gave him a simple command: follow. But something in the AI code looped incorrectly. Instead of stopping when he reached the target, he simply continued. Even after the match ended. Even after the player disconnected. Even after the character respawned in another server. When Pursuer marks you, the signs start subtle. He is always somewhere behind you, no matter when you turn. Sprinting only makes him faster. Hiding only makes him quieter. Barriers, doors, ladders, elevators, none of them matter. Pursuer doesn't walk. He tracks angles and predicts movement paths, adjusting instantly. Unlike other killers, he doesn't glitch, doesn't get stuck, and never despawns. Badware. Badware isn't a killer that was created. He was a malfunction that kept evolving. During one of the game's early updates, a corrupted asset infected the main files. Textures flickered, models stretched, UI windows opened on their own. Most bugs were fixed, but one adapted. Players started seeing a distorted humanoid figure with pixel-fractured skin and eyes that looked like broken screen artifacts. He didn't move normally. His animation frames jump, skip, and rewind like a damaged video file trying to play. Badware doesn't chase players. He corrupts them. Badware isn't a killer that was created. He was a malfunction that kept evolving. During one of the game's early updates, a corrupted asset infected the main files. Textures flickered, models stretched, UI windows opened on their own. Most bugs were fixed, but one adapted.